Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico. And today's topic is unique, but one I want to address is foreign income taxable with annuities. But a bigger question is, can you own annuities outside the U.S.? So we're going to talk about all of that. And I've been doing this for a long, long time, decades, top agent in the country. The founder and pioneer of what's called CGO, the contractual guarantees only approach to annuities. But there's a lot of people that are expatriating, i.e. leaving the country for a myriad of reasons. And again, I'm not political, I'm contractual, but we're going to cover all of that and how it works after this. So is foreign retirement income taxable in the U.S.? So it's kind of a weird question, but I'm going to take it in a different approach. There's a lot of people that are leaving the country, and this has been happening since in the last 20, 30 years since I've been doing this. They've been leaving. Seems like a lot more are doing it right now, but in the life insurance and annuity business, because life insurance companies issue annuities, and the fixed annuity side for lifetime income, SPIAs, DIAs, QLACs, income riders, that's regulated at the state level. Now, if you are getting ready to move to Mexico, Nicaragua, Venezuela, anyway, I'm Dr. V behind the camera, Venezuela. If you're doing that, you have to purchase the annuity here in the United States. The paperwork has to be signed here in the United States in your state of residence. And with DocuSign and all of these other things that life insurance companies that issue annuities are using, they can actually track where you're signing, okay? Now, that can be done as long as you're a resident of that state at that time. So a lot of people come to me and say, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states of Puerto Rico. We're getting ready to move to Nicaragua. Okay, great. But we want to set up the lifetime income stream before we leave. Okay, great. We can do that, but you have to sign it in the state of residence, and it has to be funded here. Because I think a fun fact that a lot of people don't know, before Bitcoin and cryptocurrency hit a long time ago, and I do remember that, annuities and life insurance were the #1 place for money laundering. Okay, and the cryptos have taken that over, obviously, but it's still there. And ever since the Patriot Act, we have to go through a lot of hoops and a lot of things to make sure that the money is who it's for and who you say it's for and where it is. We got to do a lot of research on that, and we do. But I just had a couple the other day. They would consult me and say, okay, we're going to move out of the country and it's permanent, but we want to buy the lifetime income stream. Now, my recommendation to them and to anyone that's considering that is, number one, sit down with your CPA, sit down with the tax lawyer, and figure out the tax game initially and how that's going to be played out, because I'm not going to provide that information or advice. Someone that's certified in tax is going to do that. But what I do recommend is choosing a bank that is global, that has, so I said, in this case, I think they're going to Nicaragua, Venezuela. But I said, what's the big banks down there? And they said some banks that are big here, that have branches over there. I'm like, that's where you need to choose it, because the payment's going to hit that account and you're going to be in that other country. So you have to have some, it's got to be clean. It's got to be efficient. But from the standpoint of taxation, that's where it gets a little murky, and that's when I step back. I bring in the tax lawyers and the CPAs to comment and advise on taxation ongoing. But the bottom line is, retirement income in a foreign country that's not the United States, it can happen. We can structure it properly. It's just the taxation ongoing, that's kind of the question mark that I'm not going to be a part of. But we certainly have been involved with this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. I just think my biggest advice is, let's choose a quality carrier. Let's choose a carrier that's A+ or better for lifetime income. And then you choose a bank or a banking institution that's global, that has that has locations in Chicago and LA and Atlanta and New York and Austin and Dallas and Nicaragua, okay? That will make it a lot easier, and that will make we have to explain to the carriers what's going on, et cetera, and we're very upfront about that, but it can be done. From the taxation standpoint, I think a lot of that has to do with if you're going to go over there permanently, or if you're going to go there some of the time and then come back and still have a residency in the states here. If you're moving from New Mexico to Nicaragua, but you're going to keep your New Mexico residency, obviously you're going to pay taxes as a resident, even though you're going to be over there. But again, very, very complicated tax issues that you have to step up. Don't do AI research on it and try to figure it out yourself. You have to get with a CPA and a tax lawyer to make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. But it can happen, does happen. We do hundreds of them a year, and we're working in conjunction with those experts. We're just the facilitator to find the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation and structuring it properly so that if it's joint life, that it's going to pay for as long as one of you is breathing. And if you want to make sure that 100% of the money goes to the beneficiaries if you pass away, we'll structure it that way too. Remember, these are commodity products. So, we're going to shop all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee. Do me one last favor. Above my head, you'll see a ticking clock. And the good news is it's about lifetime income. That's a video I did, kind of a foundational video of how I view lifetime income, why it's a bargain right now, how it's priced, what you need to focus on. That it's a commodity product, but you need to watch that video if you're looking at lifetime income. And if you're looking to expatriate, leave the country and do this, you need to view that. And then you need to contact me. I would tell you can do a free consultation with my team. Go to my site at theannuityman.com, but most likely they're going to refer this case to me, and I'm going to personally handle it just to make sure everything's done, because I've done this a few decades, seen it, done it, been to the annuity rodeo, as they say. So with that being said, as they say in that milk ad that everyone got milk, how about got guarantees? See you next time.